Will 2022 Spanish horror film Venus take you to heaven?
Or bargain bin hell? Find out next on the cutting room floor. What's up, misfits and metalheads, and welcome to another episode of the cutting room floor. We are from the band Cut Like This. I am Thorn Black.
I'm Rose Blood.
And today we are talking about Venus, Spanish horror from 2022. Currently streaming. Where's it streaming, Rose?
Oh, it's streaming on Shudder. One day we'll get a sponsorship from them. One day. You listening, Shudder? We want you. We want you so bad.
But until then, we're going to get into the deets of this movie. But first, don't forget, like, subscribe, follow. We got music here, YouTube, Bandcamp, Spotify, all over the place. Hook a band up. Rose, why don't you tell them a little bit about this one?
A dancer on the run, a heist gone wrong, gangsters and the supernatural all collide in a cursed building. That's pretty much the synopsis I'm going to give you for this one. It is a wild ride. It starts off a little bit, it doesn't start off slow because it starts off in a nightclub. So it starts off like with the, but it's like, it definitely unfolds into a lot of things. And it's very cool, like the interlocking storylines that are kind of happening here. If you want a film that will take you to places that you don't expect, this is the one, you guys. Also, I have a special tidbit for you that you did not know going into this.
Can't wait to hear.
So,
please share.
This film is directed and written by Jaume Balaguero, and he is the writer and director of Wreck. Wreck, in case you are not familiar, for those of you who aren't as deep into Spanish horror film world as I am, because I love that shit. I live for it. Okay, because I grew up feeling like I was a weirdo for liking horror as a Spanish speaking person. My culture, it's not cool. You know what I mean? Like, horror stuff was not okay. Spooky stuff was not okay. So it really makes me so happy to see all these Spanish directors making these films that I would have liked to make myself. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I love to see. Okay. So Wreck, in case you didn't know, the American version of Wreck was called Quarantine, okay? And that might be something that you're a little more familiar with. It was part big found footage craze and everything. Wreck is a little bit superior, I think, in my opinion. And especially, I love the sequels to Wreck.
Especially Wreck 3.
Yeah, Wreck 3 was crazy.
Goodness.
That shit was crazy.
Wow.
Okay?
If you need a zombie movie.
Yeah.
Saying.
Wreck is a really good one. Also, it was this film was not only directed by him, it's also written by him, as well as his writing partner, Fernando Navarro. He is also the writer of the film Veronica, which I've heard a lot of really good things about it. We haven't gotten to see it.
One.
No, it's on Netflix. It's a Spanish horror film. It's all about some little schoolgirls that get into a Ouija board.
Man, kids are creepy.
And then, they get into a Ouija board and bad things ensue, because don't mess around with Ouija boards, guys.
It seems
don't
like
do it.
Nothing good happens from that
Don't do it. So not only that, but as a surprise bonus that you didn't know either. I like hoarding all these little facts. That's my special interest. But anyway, the producer of this film was produced by none other than one of the kings of Spanish horror. We just recently redistributed our episode on his TV series 30 Coins, Alex de la Iglesias. Come on.
Really?
Come on. He was the producer of this one. Hell to the yeah. Supporting indie horror, supporting other Spanish writers and directors.
Yep.
I love to see it, y'all. I love to see it. So these are three people that are very into the horror genre, that have some serious credentials, and they put together quite the film, guys.
Sure did.
I was into this. I was really into. So this story follows Lucia. She is played by Esther Exposito. She is on a Spanish series on Netflix called Elite. I haven't checked it out yet, but I might now because she did a great job in this, guys. She is a dancer. She is in a bad situation.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
This situation forces her to go on the run and reconnect with her estranged sister, Rocio. She's played by Angela Cremonte, right? And she's so estranged from her sister that this is her first time meeting her own niece. The niece is named Alba, and she's the daughter of Rocio, and she becomes very, very, very important to this story. She's played by Ines Fernandez, who does a great job. I am not a fan of the kitties in movies in general.
Yeah.
I mean, in real life, I'm just not. It's not my bag, guys. I think, obviously,
but she did a good job.
But she did a great job.
Yeah,
she did a great job. She's not
I can't
annoying.
stand when little kids either are too annoying or kind of take me out of it.
Yeah,
but
no. She does her
she fit
job
the
in
role.
this film. I really feel the connection kind of grow between Lucia and Alba as the story unfolds. This unexpected new family member. There's a lot of themes of community in this film, and coming together to protect each other from outside forces, and that will collide in a very interesting way when the gangsters get to this building. Did I mention this building is cursed? This building is cursed. It is super cursed.
Of course, that's where they live.
It is super haunted. This building is really creepy, and that makes sense that Jaume Balaguer did Wreck, because Wreck is also it takes place in a cursed ass building, and also the sense of community in there is really an important thing as well. So I think that if you're a fan of that film, if you're a fan of the film Wreck, and if you're not, you should get checked out, because that's a really good movie.
If you haven't heard of Wreck, then you definitely need to check that series out.
You got to check it out. You got to check it out.
Yep.
There are some other delightful actors, some of whom you will recognize from 30 Coins. There's a couple of actors from 30 Coins in there. There's some older women that live in the building that become very important. I'm not going to tell you much about them, but they are very cool. They're a treat. I really like them.
I want to talk about some of the stuff in this building, but I
really want to talk about it. I really do. But I feel like the less that you know going into this, the more there is to enjoy. This is definitely a movie where you have to kind of keep your eyes peeled and pay attention to what is happening to keep track of where the storyline is going. There's a little text scroll at the beginning. Pay attention to that text scroll. It will be important later on in the story. You're gonna regret not having read it if you skip past it. There's been some comparisons of this movie. I'm not even going to tell you what it's been compared to, actually, because I feel that actually kind of gives something away that I don't want to give away.
Yep.
Okay? Let's just say,
this is leaving me surprised.
Once again, a heist gone wrong, gangsters, cursed building. Okay? Supernatural spookiness happens, and it's bad. And I think that they do a great job of bringing the tension up and having things go,
I agree with that.
Making you care about these characters while also still kind of increasing this tension where you're like, oh no.
I definitely agree with that. I definitely felt the tension. I was on edge once stuff started moving. I could feel how tense and how bad it was in this situation, and then the interpersonal little conflicts between family members, and then this other bad stuff that's happening around. They just did a good job laying it down, because I felt all of that. I was really tense. I was on edge. I was like, but how are you going to deal with this? But no, so they had me where they wanted to. And that's a great spot to be when you're watching a movie. Also, there's some crazy stuff that comes out of left field when you think you're dealing with one story. Then it's just like, wait, but what is that? That has nothing to do. I'm like, yeah. Yep. And so good surprises in here. I think we can't tell too much more about it without slapping on a rating, because I don't want to spoil too much of this movie.
That is correct. So, for those of you who might be new to this game, We rate everything via chainsaw, all right? Because we're cut like this, baby. You know it. 5 chainsaws being a masterpiece of cinematic film, and 1 chainsaw not having the chain on it. They can't. The thing has no gas. It's got no plug. It's not even running. Okay, it's just sad in the corner, dejected. Okay.
All right.
This is a cuck saw. All right. That being said, how many chainsaws would you give to Venus?
I'm going to give Venus a 4 out of 5 chainsaws. This is a really cool movie. It's a really cool story. I like how there's different types of stories kind of going on at the same time that could be their own movie.
Yeah.
Without blending the type of genre that they're telling. And I just appreciate a nice blend because I didn't see it coming. It's not really like anything else. So it's great. It's cool, you know?
Yeah.
Rose, what are you going to give this out of 5 chainsaws?
Out of 5 chainsaws, I'm going to give this a 4.5 because as I was doing more research into it, the more I really sat with it. The more I want to rewatch it because I know there's stuff that I missed in it and everything. And I thought that it was super well done. I love the writer and director and producer of this. As soon as I was like, no wonder I like this movie so much because I just felt like that vibe. Yeah. You know what I mean? These guys are so good at putting on this vibe. I think that it's got a lot going on, and it kept me guessing. You know what I mean? Yeah. In a world where films can be so cookie cutter, this one really stood out to me because it just it's gonna swerve you every time you think you got a handle on what's going on, and I appreciate that. So thanks you guys for putting out a great film.
That's right. So you have your homework assignment for the weekend. You're welcome.
Enjoy some Spanish horror, y'all.
We're going to wrap it up for today. Don't forget, we are from Cut Like This music videos here on YouTube. I am working on building a Patreon right now and already have some stuff populated. So that's coming real soon. And also, we have some new music that's finally about to launch. We're thinking this October.
Not only that, we got even more new stuff. We got some merch going. We got some cool behind the scenes is going to be on that Patreon, so you can get a really good look at all the weird stuff that we had to do to make our music videos happen. So
stay
come and join us on that little journey.
And until next time, we are